Hello everybody, welcome to another edition of Yorkie 3 Stripe. Hope everyone's well and he's getting over the doom and gloom of January. Well, I just started doing a video. As promised, I'd said I'd do my top 5 Adidas Spezial Trainers. I'm saying trainers because anyone that knows, we've got 10 years worth of footwear released by Spezial. We're coming up 10 years. To pick 5 trainers is bad enough, but to pick 5 from the shoes, the boots, the leisure footwear, for want of a better word, it'd just be impossible. So what I'm going to do is do my top 5 Adidas Spezial Trainers, and then I'll do maybe later on sometime I'll do a top 5 footwear, so anything but trainers really. So things like the Winter Hill, which I struggle to name one out of the 4 anyway, the Tobaccos, the Garwins, on we go, the Mountfields, you know, so all these the shoe type, and what recently just came out as well, the High Havens, things like that. I'm not going to put them in, so it's just top 5 trainers, and I'll give you my reasons for it. Well, to be honest, the main reason for picking these 5, I've kind of cheated, I'm going for 7. Well, I'm doing 5, but I'm going to do a couple first, which just didn't make it. There's so many others behind me which could have made it as well, but anyway, I'm picking 7, magnificent 7. It sounds better than a top 5, doesn't it? And it's easier, but that's still difficult. But the reason I've gone for certainly most of them is the main barometer why I'm picking them is just the amount of times I wear them. So if I wear a trainer more than another, it's because I like them. It's because A, they're more comfortable, B, they go with more things, and I just like that trainer more than another one. So that was a real big indicator for me, and I used that to sort of choose my top 5, top 7. Okay, so I'm going to do a 7th first. So the 2 that didn't get into the top 5, but still very, very special, is and some people might put these a bit higher, the Kirkland. Sorry, the Kirkland. He was a goalkeeper. The Kirkdale runner, named after an area at Liverpool. A real durable runner. These came out in the autumn winter 15 line, so they've been out for a long time now. The Kirkdale, inspired by the Silver Star. The vintage trainer, which was found in Argentina, Carlos's shop, and that was inspired by that, the Silver Star. It's just got such a lovely silhouette to it. The colours, I do love grey, I love blue. I think there was talk of it being the Mersey trainer, but for copyright reasons it wasn't allowed. Something on them lines, but the Kirkdale, it's such a lovely trainer. I've just got a brand new tag pair actually coming from a guy in Germany over the next few weeks as a backup, because I do love these. Very hard to get. I only got myself a pair last year. I had a pair previous to that a long time ago, but not as comfy as some of them, some runners, but just a great trainer. And that is number 7. So they didn't make my top 5. Sorry, Kirkdale. And number 6, which might surprise a lot of people as well, because they maybe have them higher, is the New York, based on obviously the 80s runner. Now, what I like about this is the Carlos that came out. I mean, the Carlos for me, it nearly made my top 5, but it just missed out. So the Carlos is based on the New York, which came out at the same time, which was also autumn winter 15, same season as the Kirkdale, same collection. So it came out in the grey. Some people call it a brown, but it's a grey. The New York, a lovely light runner, as people know if they've ever had one. But this came out in as a thank you to Carlos for the Adidas Spezial team, going to Buenos Aires, I think 2014, and a year later they brought these out. It was a limited number. They're getting quite hard to find now, certainly in good condition. I picked these up, I think 2 years ago. I had a brand new tag pair which I sold. Just didn't have it in me to cut the tags. I thought, well, it's pointless keeping them. So I got a pair. I wear them but sparingly, more of a summer trainer, and because they're limited, I don't really want to damage them too much. So I'll be honest, I don't wear them a lot, but just such a Spezial special trainer, and a great story that goes behind it. And of course, sadly, Carlos passed away at the end of last year. But what a lovely memory for him, and just the colourway as well. So nice, the sky blue or baby blue, and as I say, based on the New York. So that's my 6 and 7. Now we're getting into the nitty gritty, my top 5, which now it gets harder. I'm actually going to go a bit away from what I normally have been doing, which is runners. And my top 5 starts with the elderly. Now this is similar to one of my other favourites, the Lacombe. A very simplistic trainer. It's a flat. I don't have many flats now in my collection. As I've got older, I go more for comfort over design, although obviously I love the look of the runners as well. My taste has changed over the years as well. I think the more you wear runners, the more you appreciate them. But I do still wear flats, but just not as often. And I just love this. I love the dimpled toe on it. Alderley, I believe it's named after a parish in Cheshire, from what I believe. But just a bit more sophisticated than the Lacombe. It's got the heel on it there, the heel guard. It's got the mesh finish, which I really like. And then of course the dimpled tongue. Just a lovely trainer. I think it's really striking. Love wearing these in the summer with my shorts. And if you get a bit of a tan, if you're fortunate to get a bit of a tan, they look even better. So yeah, the elderly has gone into my top 5. And I don't think I'll ever get sick of them. That's my 3rd pair. I've got a pair that I'm wearing over them, but I know they'll wear out, so I've got them ready and waiting. They came out autumn winter 20, so we've already had over 3 years of them. So they come up now and again, and when they do, sometimes I think, right, I'll get a pair, because you never know when you're not going to see them again. Number 4, okay. To be honest with you, this top 5 could be in any order, because I love them all. For them to get this high and this far, clearly I love them from all the releases that Spezial have brought out in trainers. This is Silver Birch. I think most people who like Spezial will agree, probably one of the best runners. Many people's favourites, I would say. Silver Birch is an area in London, an area where Robert Brooks came from. He's a collaborator for Spezial and also a big collector. So they were named after him. I'm sure he's delighted with that. These I wore in the summer, and I foolishly went on the beach. Where was I? I was in, not Tenerife, where was I? I was in the Canary Islands, one of the Canary Islands, and yeah, they got a bit yellowed, and I got them cleaned up, and they've come back lovely, actually. So yeah, they came out spring, summer 19, so they're coming up 5 years now. And if I do see another pair, I will probably take them, because I do wear these a lot in the summer. Now these, in fact, the next 3 of my top 5, I actually size up. Yeah, three of my top 5. This is one that I do size up. So that's a 10.5. I'm normally a 10, but I always go half a size up the Silver Birch, as everyone seems to, and it does make a difference. They're a little bit nippy on the toes, but yeah, lovely runner, and as I say, comfortably in my top 4. Could have gone even high with those. It's just the other ones that I've put higher, I've had longer and I've worn them more, because I only really sort of fell in love with the Silver Birch a couple of years ago. I mean, they've only been out for obviously 4 or 5 years, so or 4 years coming up, but yeah, Silver Birch comfortably in there. Number 3, another one that I've actually gone up half a size. Another runner. This one came out in autumn winter 19, so just later on after the Silver Birch, and there it is, the ZX 530. Again, one that I didn't actually really fall for straight away. It took me a while, but once I got a pair on my foot, oh my god, they are just so comfy. I would say probably the most comfy of all the runners. Silver Birch are up there. Again, 10.5 instead of a 10. Always go up half a size with these. I actually got a 10 recently because I wanted a backup pair, and I thought, you know what, I'll try it. And they were just too nippy. They weren't great on my feet, so there we go. Go 10.5. absolutely lovely. The original of this came out in 1987, and very similar to the ZX500. The outer lower sole there, the heel and the bit there. I've had a few ZX500s in my time. The Adidas release, not linked to Spezial, but yeah, very similar. It's got the different little heel at the back as well. So yeah, just lovely. So you don't get a heel rub with that as well, because sometimes I've fallen victim to heel rubs. But those comfortably, again, as I say, the ZX530 into my top 5. So there's a theme. Runners are obviously hitting it for me. And as I say, I base it on what I wear the most, and I wear them a lot. Again, more of a summer shoe. There's plenty of winter shoes with Spezial range to wear. So they, again, do. So now we're getting a little bit higher. In fact, we're getting to the top. So number 2, it was always going to, it was never going to be number 1. I've got an outstanding number 1 for my own personal reasons. But number 2 is the ZX400. As you can see, these have taken a bit of wear because I have wore them a lot. Again, more summer, bit more durable. You could maybe get away a bit more in the, certainly autumn. Love the heel on them, the silver reflection there. Love the colours. I love blues, any blues with white. And if I can get another pair of these, I will. These are true to size, so these are one of the runners, unlike the silver birch and the ZX 530, and the one that is actually going to be number 1. These are true to size. I've never actually even tried these in a 10.5. Probably get away with it, to be honest. But these are fine as a 10. These are very rare. They don't come up. When were these released? Was it 18? I can't remember when these released. They may have even been earlier. But they're very, very seldom come up, these. And the ZX400, you don't see them around often at all. So again, as I say, if I see another pair, I may well get them, because one day these will start looking a bit tatty, because these will be going on my feet as soon as we get to March, April certainly. So that's number 2, classic runner, the ZX400. So number 1, and you could argue actually they are quite similar to the ZX400, certainly colour. It's a runner, and there we have it. There we go. The TRX Spezial. This was released autumn winter 17. I love the silhouette of this. These are actually, I think, my 4th pair. I've had a pair in a 10. Get away with it, but 10.5 every time. These are my 4th pair, I think. I've got another pair down there ready to pop as well, because I just wear them all the time. I wear them for work. I wear them for my out of work time, holidays, summer. I've even wore these in the winter because they're just so light and comfortable. I love the lower sole, this as well. Very much like the McVicker that came out, the TRX, obviously, hence the name. A really great reissue. Maybe more built for the summer, because that's certainly, and I've been out in the rain and these have got a bit wet and they have gone through to my feet. But I just love that style, very 70s with the tongue, the thin tongue. Another reason as well, they were my first Spezial trainer. So sentimental value as well to these came into play, I think. It was my first trainer for a long time, my only Spezial trainer. So I guess that's also played a big part in my reasons for putting him as number 1. But just for me, the classic, not even a runner to a sense, it's a runner, certainly silhouette, but more casual. And these for me, I'll never tire of these. And who knows, I'll maybe be picking up more pairs and wearing them again, still wearing them in 10 years time, who knows. So that's my top 5. I've put them all down now, so I can't show you, but yeah, it's not been easy, very difficult in fact. As I say, I had to name 7, and there could have been more. I mean, I've got some behind me there. I love the SL80s, brilliant trainer, absolute classic trainer from the 70s. I love the, I love the Ashurst. I've just got my girlfriend them for Christmas. She's absolutely in love with them. Those are a bit smaller than mine. So light. Love the colourway, a bit of silver as well, a bit of yellow, you can't beat that. But they just didn't make it in. I'm sorry for people who are disappointed. So if their favourite trainer is it in there, But yeah, it's worth a try. It's quite good fun doing that, and I think it makes you just appreciate as well, you know, how many great trainers Spezial have brought out. So just trainers, majority runners, apart from the elderly, the only flat one. But there we go. So that's my top 5 in brackets 7. Just give you a couple more there, and it could go on and on. So there we go. That's my favourites, and who knows what we're going to get this year with the 10th anniversary. So something tells me there might be 1 or 2 special trainers coming, pardon the pun, in 24. So thanks for watching. Fire under the comments. Please show me, send a picture, your top 5. Or just write them, just text it. Let me know what your top 5s are. Always love to see other people's collections. It's always fascinating. It's great just exchanging ideas and views, and that's what it's all about. So thanks for watching. Thanks for getting this far. Until next time, cheerio.